Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in again for No More Water to Fire next time. I have a very interesting subject for today because of some things I've ran into and heard all over social media and on the news about black people not coming out to help in what's going on. You know what? We don't have to because we don't want to. Not in numbers. See, here's what happened. There's been Latinos saying that black people not coming out to help. They think they're doing something smart by just chilling. And see, let me tell you, we are doing something smart by just chilling. And I'll tell you why. We've marched, we've been hurt, beaten, and everything, all by ourselves. You say some people helped, but not in any great numbers, not here too recently. And let me tell you why I say I was trying to get more people time to come on because this is very important before I really get to the subject. I mean, this is very important because of some things that they said. I'm trying to switch over to something here. It's very important because I got some news for them. We don't have time to play with anybody. I'm going to get a few more people time to get on. Yeah, everybody want to play with us like we're everybody's whooping boy. Then when we need help, we can't get it. Yeah, so I got a few more people coming on here. Because this is a very important subject. I don't see my live coming up on Facebook. Let me see here. Am I on Facebook? I don't see my live coming up here. Doesn't look like it. But I am on YouTube. I tell you what I'm going to do here. Give me a second so I can switch this over. This is a very important matter. And yeah, this is a very important matter because they're trying to suck black people into their mess. And we have enough mess of our own that we have to deal with by ourselves. And we don't get any help. So give me a second. I'm trying to switch this over. I don't think my Facebook stream is coming up. So that's not coming up. So I just do it on YouTube and share it over to Facebook later. But look, here's what they're doing. They're saying that black people are not here for us. They say they're just chilling. This Latino guy wearing a mask now. And we supposed to care about what some guy in a mask said. He said, black people don't want to help us, but then, believe me, they're coming for you. And when they're coming for you, there's not going to be anyone there. Where has he been? They've been coming for us for over 500 years. You ain't had 5 months of it. We've had over 500 years of it. I mean, who the hell you think you are? Come on with a mask and gonna tell us what to do? When they came for us, we didn't beg anybody for help. We dealt with it. People may have came and helped, but we didn't ask for any help. They came later and helped. But let me tell you, and you know what we're gonna be at? Tomorrow, if they come for us, nobody's gonna be there. You wasn't there any other time. Before they came from you, you wasn't there. See, let me tell you about segregation and racial discrimination. Black people and white people are two people in unique situations in this country, really in this world. You know how that is? White people discriminate against and has racism towards everyone. On the flip side, where black people are unique at, black people are discriminated against and have racism committed on us by everyone. So, you know, and you know what? The same people who complain about white racism, the people of color who's supposed to be our ally, we don't have no allies. Matter of fact, other white people do more to help black people than people of color. Those same people of color turn around and discriminate and do racist things against black people that they say the white people do to them. And you know what else happens? You saw all in the news how the Latinos out in LA are spitting on the black policemen, calling them the N-word. I've lived around Hispanics in LA. And you know what's going on in Los Angeles right now? They said there's not that many black people left in LA because it's hard for them to get a job. Most of the business is owned by Latinos and white people, and they're mostly hiring Latinos. The black population in Los Angeles has greatly dwindled. Compton, who all the rappers and sing about where Serena and Venus came from, that's Latino now. I worked with Mexicans. You know what they would do? Because this was a Mexican. The guy say he was Mexican. We had a mask on. One thing about us, you notice we come with our faces. We don't come. We're the only people who don't come with masks on. We come in your face with our face. We don't come with no mask on, hiding. But I work with Latinos. Those Latino men always talk about how the white man disrespects them. But they say about their hatred for black people. We had to whoop their butts many times. They would talk against black women. Well, we got tired and had to whoop their butts for that. Then the black women come walk by us, won't even speak to us, all up in their face. Then find out the black woman sleeping with some of them, and we doing all that defending them. Well, I say they did. I didn't defend nothing. I just sat there and mind my business. Because I already knew how it goes. And because if you tell the women what they're saying about them, oh, you are just jealous. So I've been through it, so I just sat there and let them do it. But look, we don't need to help anybody. See, yeah, you say those people help, but they help the what? I told you how it was mostly white people and other people in Black Lives Matter. But you know what? We appreciate that. But when we were fighting for our very existence, when we were really having it bad, who was there for us then? When we had to fight for our right to vote, just to be able to work and live in a decent home. We had to fight for our right to make a Bill of Rights just for us, but y'all got in on it too and getting more out of it than we are. Our right to vote. We was fighting for our right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. What was everybody else then? You were the ones discriminated against who was fighting against. Now you come in on the part of police brutality and stuff like that. Well, anybody can come in on that because you do the same thing for pets' rights and for clean water rights. So, you came in on this stuff with the who streets, our streets. This is what democracy look like. They're not shooting water hoses on you, sicking dogs on you. See, you wasn't there then. We come where we want to come. If we're not there for you, it's because we don't want to be there. You can say whatever you want to say. Because you Latinos, some of you was a part of segregation in the Southwest, in the Southwestern states like Southern California. But Latinos also this segregated, many Latino business was segregated against black people. Black people couldn't come to your businesses. So that's why I say when you all say people of color, notice I don't worry about no people of color because those same people of color discriminate against us also. They call us the N-word too. The only when they get in trouble. You know, for people who say are so lowly, inferior, and why come every time people get in color, I'm sorry, not in color, why come every time people get in trouble, they come looking for us? We don't come looking for you. If you come, you just come. We handle our own business. Because usually when others come, they make it worse. They make the protest more. You know, it's doing Black Lives Matter. You know, the protest was different. You had more fighting and all going on than when the black people was running it. But, you know, I don't care what they say, and you shouldn't either. Let them worry about themselves. We don't need to worry about anyone else but us. They never worried about us. They never been concerned about us. And I'm not concerned about them. You all can be if you want to, but not me. No one was there for us but us. They had a few scragglers come along. I'm talking about in numbers. Because many of the same people we had to fight against. Who call themselves fighting for us now? We had to fight against them. And they gonna talk about where we're at. You gotta see them had a mask on. Yeah, when they come, you believe when they get done with us, they coming for you. They've already been for us. We done took the best they had to offer and came out like a diamond. And over 500 years plus, and you had 5 months, and you crying like a little bee, you know what? Don't come crying to us. We're not going to wipe your tears, and we're not going to put no pacifier in your mouth and set you on our knees and tell you it's going to be all right. You weren't worried about us. Quit acting like little babies. Suck it up like we did. If they come for us, you're not going to be there for us anyway. You're just talking that because you're in trouble right now. You haven't been there before, you're not going to be there now. We don't care if you're not. Matter of fact, you'll be on their side. I see you Latinos all over social media clowning black people. Come on our posts, trolling us, clowning us, just like the white folks do. And you other people of color, you're all on social media clowning us. Then when you get in trouble, you want our help. Now you black folks can get out there and help them if you want to. Oh, but we gotta fight for all mankind. Now the hell with all mankind. The only mankind I'm worried about is this right here, right now. Because other folks taken care of. We're not. Well, the Latinos getting taken care of. And that's their problem. And you all can call me whatever you want to. I don't care. It won't be you can't call me nothing new that I haven't been called already. You don't care about people. Do people care about us? Do you ask when we was being hurt and they clowning us? When black people lost their homes over in the tornado about a month ago in North St. Louis, they were all on social media clowning us about it. Clowning black people. Why these gnats? Every time I go on the air, these gnats come. They don't come when I'm not on the air. But oh, I see. I got these lights on. But see, the thing is, they were all over social media clowning black people because their homes were destroyed in a tornado. Now, who does that? What evil, satanic people does that? Clown people over natural disaster. Hispanics was doing it too. Where was everybody else then? For us. Everyone wants us there for them, but they're never there for us. Matter of fact, they want to help in our suffering. I saw the Rodriguez and all that clowning black people about the natural disaster in St. Louis. I saw them surnames. It was some of your pictures too. I looked at your picture to see if you was really Latino, and you were. And not just Latinos, you other people of color. You was clowning us too. I'm gonna clown you a little while. Remember the song, Ice, Ice, Baby. Ice, Ice Baby. We dance when we hear it. You run when you hear it. How's that for you? Yeah, they clown black people. They did it with Katrina. Anytime there's something that affects black people, no matter how horrific it is, it could be something that we had nothing to do to cause it. We get clowned about it. But then you want sympathy from us when it happens to you. I never hear Hispanics, anyone speaking out when they take something from black people, when they come down on black people. But you want us to cry for you and come out there and help you. They can take all of you for all I care. Because you didn't care about us. I care about who care about us. You can call me whatever you want to. I don't care who they take, as long as they're not black. I don't care if they take the black Mexicans, because you all came here and did the same thing the other Mexicans do. So you all went by your ethnicity and nationality. You didn't want nothing to do with us either. You Africans too. You come over and think you are arrogant with us, they can take you too. As long as they don't take black Americans, I don't care who they take. As long as they don't hurt us, I don't care who they hurt. You farmers who stop those black farmers from getting their money. You white farmers, you MAGA farmers, if you're MAGA or not, you got that. You got the loan from the government, the COVID loan. The black ones didn't get it, which was low down and dirty. Because why weren't they included too? And this was during the Biden administration. The black farmers didn't get it. The black farmers sued to get their money and won. The white farmers sued because they wanted part of the black farmers' money, which the black farmers didn't get none of theirs. So they just canceled the whole thing out. Now, who canceled a settlement that you won because somebody else wants some of it? Now you don't get nothing. I never heard of any mess like that before. Is that really legal? I wouldn't care if you white folks lost your farm. I'm talking about you won that, well, all that you was in and you went in, on that to keep black folks from getting their money. I wouldn't care what you lose. You can lose all your crops. Because we're not coming picking nothing. Because the black farmers did not hurt because they weren't getting subsidized anyway. You were. So you all thought you were doing something smart. You getting all those subsidies. The black farmer wasn't. Now they're walking unscathed now. They got help. Now you suffering and think we're supposed to feel sorry. I told you this before. You can lose your house, your wife, your land, your dog, your tractor. I don't care what you lose because of what you did to black folks. It's time for black folks to stop playing. Quit trying to play patty cake with everybody. We got to be fair. We don't have to be nothing. I'm tired of folks walking on us and we're trying to be the moral conscience of this nation. This nation don't have no morals when it comes to us. These Latinos, they treat us like trash, and y'all know it. All these people of color, they just come in our neighborhood to make money. Why don't they go up in these Arab stores? Now I see Mexicans and Latinos, wherever they are, coming in stores shopping in East St. Louis, in black areas now. You used to go to Collinsville, Granite City, talking about, I wouldn't go to East St. Louis to shop. But what changed? Ice, Ice Baby. That's what changed. You figure they're not going to come in East St. Louis looking for you. Well, we may have ice on speed dial too. I don't, but I may get it. I'm tired of folks messing over us. And we got to try to take care of everybody. Be the moral conscience of the whole nation. If it wasn't for us, the only people who would be recognized in this nation for anything would be white people. They're the only ones. Now they eliminated our holidays. They took away the voting rights bill. the Civil Rights Bill. I don't hear any of you talking about that. I don't hear anyone talking about that. So you don't talk about nothing that they do to us, but you want us to get in and help you when things go wrong with you. The hell with you and yours. I don't care about the Palestinians. I don't care about none of them. Because they don't care about us. They come over here, they discriminate against us too. Everyone comes over here and discriminate against black Americans. From now on, the only people I care about is black Americans and those who help us. White people help us more than people of color do. White people took over Black Lives Matter for us. And we appreciate that. I'm not talking about them, the ones who helped us. Latinos don't do nothing. Sit back and talk in Spanish and make fun of us. You go in the stores and look at you and get to talking in Spanish, and those Indians look at you, get to talking in their language. Because I've seen you people of color, when you have stores, including you old Arabs, when you have stores in white areas, you're a completely different person. Oh, you're so courteous and kind. You're a bulldog in our neighborhood because you know we're stupid enough to let you do it. Talk any kind of way to black women because the black man's stupid enough to let you do it. But then what can he say when the black woman coming up there and flirting with him and walk by the black man and jerk her head away? So in a way, I can't blame him for that. But look, you're not getting no help. I hope black people don't lift a finger. The black van's just gonna have to roll, and you stay away from us. See, when you could come around us, you didn't want to come. Now you want to come around us, shopping our stores. We don't need your money now. I saw some today, all up in Family Dollar. Never seen them in Family Dollar, and saw some a few days ago. Why you coming in our areas now? You figure they're not gonna come up in here looking for you. But see, our police, the way we are, our police is not going to racially profile you. We don't do stuff like that. But you would do it if we come in your neighborhood. Black folks can tell you, it's changed. Now it's a little better, but you couldn't drive through Fairmount City without getting pulled over. And black folks know what I'm talking about, the older black people. No, you couldn't drive through Fairmount City without getting more than likely you're going to get pulled over by the police. This happened to me on more than one occasion. There you could be coming in one direction, the police coming in the other direction. He look over and see you black, and you just see that look in his eye and turn around and come after you. These weren't white policemen. We get more help from white folks now than we do from people of color. Just come out of our neighborhood to make money. I can't blame you for that because we let you do it. Because the black economy is ran the same all over the world. Other people, we may control it politically. We may have the land, but others control it economically. Africa's learning. They're taking back their own stuff, which they should have had all the time. They're just not learning this. But black people, we got to take back our economy and our neighborhoods also. We have more black people with businesses in white areas in Belleville and Fairview Heights and O'Fallon than we have black people with businesses in East St. Louis. But let's not first, it was Jews. So Andrew Young got in trouble for saying this. And they kicked him out as UN ambassador. But I said, first it was Jews. Then it was Koreans. Now it's the Arabs. Running our economy, having the businesses in our neighborhood. And the Jews weren't so bad, I'll tell you why. Because black people did have businesses when the Jews was here. But one thing the Jews did that others didn't do, They did invest in the community. They lived in the community. They they had stores, and they would live above or behind their store. Maybe that's why they call the black neighborhood a ghetto, because ghetto, the definition of ghetto, is a Hebrew or Jewish neighborhood. The Jews would give black people credit when no one else would give us credit. See, white people don't really make out as much more money than black people. The difference is they can get lines of credit that we couldn't get. This nation is ran by credit, not by cash. And see what happened is the Jews would give black people credit, and they would own furniture stores and markets. One thing black people did, you couldn't get a loan for that home, because if you defaulted on it, they didn't want that house in the black area anyway. So black people couldn't get home loans. Whatever you couldn't fix up yourself, it just didn't get fixed. So black people, here's how many black neighborhoods were. You have a run down looking house, but you walk inside and it look like a palace, because they was able to get furniture loans from the Jews at little or no interest. Usually no interest. They ate well because they could go to the Jewish market and get stuff on credit with no interest added. Get their food on credit with no interest added. Koreans came in, and the Arabs, you're not getting nothing from them. You're not going to get a thing from them. So we've never really controlled our economy. We did sort of when the Jews were here, because there was still a lot of black businesses while the Jews was here, and the Jews didn't own the majority of the business. Black people did. Excuse me. But see, we have to take back control of our own areas, and we have to have business leaders in mind, with the mind to help us to do it, and not just take skims money off the top, because that's what they're doing. That's how Africa nations got like it was. They would put a man at the top, make him rich, while the rest of the nation suffer. And he went along with anything they wanted. You see, one thing about it though is that they had the nerve to say. That's the part that got me. I wish I could play that. My videos are not playing. I couldn't even play my intro. But this Latino guy in a mask, he had the nerve to say, yeah, they're coming for us, but rest assured, black people, sooner or later they're coming after you, and then there won't be anyone there. That's the part that get me. They've been coming after us for 500 plus years and been coming after you for 5 months. And you gonna school us? What kind of nerve you got? You gonna school somebody you going through in 5 months what we've been going through for 500 plus years? Now you're gonna school us about somebody coming for us. And the thing about it, who's gonna be there? Well, you were here. Everyone else was here when we was going through all our problems, yet no one was there. So I don't care if they take you or not. They can take all of you, because you wouldn't worry about us. I still see those images of those people spitting on the black cops, calling them the N-word. Why come you didn't spit on the white cops and call them names? They're the people that's deporting you, not black people. I seen a few protests where some black people came in Philadelphia. The police arrested some people. Who do you think they arrested? And I didn't see any of you pulling at them to stop the police from arresting them. I'm not going nowhere for you. I wouldn't walk a block with you. I wouldn't take one step for you. Not just the Latinos, any of you. I wouldn't do it for the Africans. Now the people in Africa may like us in certain spots, but some spots that they don't. That's why I say, if you're going to leave this nation, you don't necessarily have to go to Africa. There's more places to go besides Africa. If they behave like the ones that I see come here, I don't want to go there. I don't believe they do, but I have to know. There's black nations down in South America. That I have a niece married to someone from St. Lucia, beautiful country. I looked at it on the internet. Beautiful country, nice people. We have more places to go besides Africa. I'm happy that they're taking back their stuff over there, but I'm just not sure how they're going to treat us. Because I'm like I said before, we go there, we may be more trained than they are, and so they may I don't know, they may get a little jealous about it. And you say, here these people come over here. I'm trying to get. I don't know why my Facebook feed not coming up. We get over there, and they may say these people are taking all the good jobs. And then they may have an issue with us. And where we going to go if they have an issue with us? We'll be in a lot of trouble if they start something with us. I don't know why my feed is not coming up on Facebook. I pressed for it too. But, I just have to go with what I got. Because it's not showing. So, like I'm going to have to go with what I got. I'm on YouTube. I'm going to have to stick with that. But yeah, you share this page over if you can. Share this podcast over so I can get more people to watch and like it. Please like it for me. And so we can get more viewers and more supporters. As you like and share these other people, why not me? You like and share fights and twerks, why not this? Because I can have a bunch of people watching, you don't like it, and then they just about want to penalize me for that. They used to do that when I did the high school game. I would have thousands of people watching every week, but only maybe 30, 40 people push the like button. No one sharing, but they're watching the games every week. And so you like and share those white folk stuff, you know you do. Come on, tell the truth. You like and share a bunch of fights and all that, but you won't share my stuff. You may not like what I say, but if you don't, I can't do nothing about that. But all I can say is that we gotta, I'm telling the truth. These people don't like us. We can't be around here doing everything for them. They have to fight, let them fight their own battles like we did. See, everybody came in lately with police brutality stuff and all that. We was going through it with the water cannons and the lynchings and the burnings and all that. What was all these people at the end? They were helping to do it. See, people don't tell you that Latinos was at one time treated like honorary whites. They were going with white women making songs about their Latin lover, Lucy and Ricky Ricardo all on TV, or they were married in real life, a white woman and Cuban man. People had no problem with that. While a black man would get lynched or killed for, like Emmett Till did, just supposedly whistled at a white woman. And now we're supposed to come running when you get in trouble. They just gonna have to take you where they take you, do whatever they do gonna do to you, just like they did us. And think about it. Notice how you have derogatory. You notice how everybody got derogatory racial names to call us, but we don't have any to call anyone. We don't have any derogatory names towards Latinos, Indians, and Asians, and all of them. The few names that's out there, we didn't make them up. White folks made them up. The names we used to have for white folks, we don't even use those no more. We used to use cracker and hunky. Those are old names that black people used back during the civil rights era because of the name, during that era because of the names that you were calling us. And we even dropped those. We dropped those names. We don't have any kind of derogatory names that we call white people now. But you still calling us the same ones from 600 years ago. Come on, grow up. We grew up, you didn't. White people still like racial infants. You can be grown at everything else, but when it comes to race, you're like infants. So are the rest of you. Black people are the only people who don't pick at each other or bother each other or hurt somebody because of what race you are. If you do something to us, or maybe you find some little hood guy may rob somebody, he didn't rob you because you white, he robbed you because you got green. He'll do the same thing to me or a black person. Black people don't bother you because you Latino, whatever. Everybody can walk through our neighborhood. In fact, your homeless people has to come to black areas to get help. There's a shelter down the street, St. Vincent de Paul. You ought to see all the white people walking through East St. Louis. Homeless white people. Could they walk through your town like that? Homeless black people? Could they walk through your town like that? Bend over behind some bushes and take a crap where people can see them and nothing happens to them? Walk down the street drinking alcohol, cursing, yet no one does anything to them? The Netflix man in his Netflix truck, the cable man, the not the Netflix, but the what's that I forget, but the UPS driver in his uniform in his truck, police stopping him in a white neighborhood. Yet your homeless people come here and take a crap on the side of the building here. Nobody knew anything to them. Black person in your neighborhood just walking down the street. Nothing happens to them. Yeah, no, you call the police on them. Police jacking them up. You walk through our neighborhood, nothing happens to them. Some white women put in the paper how the black people helped them when their car stopped in their neighborhood. Black people always do that for white people. But let a black person car stop in a white neighborhood. You call the police on them. I know, because this happened to me. And yet they'll stand up there and talk with you. I was on one of the scooters I was riding and the belt broke. I had a spare belt. I had someone with me. I was putting the belt on. And the white guy came out. He's talking to me just as good. And she said, oh, he's really nice. I said, you think so? I said, he's going in there to call the police. Oh, you always think somebody up to something. Let's just wait and see. About 5 minutes later, a policeman pulled up. He said he watched a while. He saw I was just putting that belt on, so he took on off. He saw I had my plates was good and everything. But I knew, no matter how nice he came out there and talked to me, he was going to go in there and call the police, and he did. But if his bike gets stopped in a black neighborhood, the black folks would have been out there helping him to fix it. Now, who's the moral one? Well, I'm not, because when you stop in front of my house, I'm going to call the police on you too from now on. You're going to be out there fixing it yourself. Your bike, you fix it. We have to take attitudes like that. We can't be all buddy and friendly with everybody, helping everybody and no one helps us. We got to get selfish. When we can. I know we can't always do it. Certain things we can't be selfish in. But in this, we can. Like I say, we get more help from white folks now, people of color, and we never got any help from them. They're still discriminating against us. Cause see, but we can't depend on the help, so we do have to do for ourselves because those people they go home and it's all over for them. We still gotta live it. See, I can help you with something, and I can go home, but you still got to live it. We have to live through this, and it's awful strange. People want the people who are discriminated against the most, who have been treated the worst, come and help them. You all can go if you other black folks can go if you want to, because I can't tell anyone else what to do. If you feel that's what you must do, then do it. But if you get in trouble and they shipped you out to Sudan or somewhere, I'm not lifting a finger or a voice about free anybody. If they come and get you for no reason, that's different. See, in Sudan, went along with that, building a prison for foreigners. Then what are they gonna do? So keep those people for life? Because if they let them go, what are they gonna do? Let them go into let some Mexicans go on the streets of Sudan? Well, they'll probably end up owning the town in about 20 years. The way black folks and Africans do, we let other people come around and take all our stuff. They can just take all our stuff, but we can't take none of theirs. I know about how the black Mexicans are treated down there, but they still come up here and act arrogant. The black Mexicans act arrogant with us, and they're treated horrible down there in Mexico. The black Cubans, most of Cuba is black, but do you see them here? You see the white-looking Cubans here. Yet these black people from other nations think they're better than us. That's people of color. That's why we try to tell people. People think because a person is not white that they're our ally, that they're for us. But just like they're not for us either. They'll turn around and discriminate. They'll get discriminated by white people and then turn around and discriminate against us. They get treated, they get, white people will show them racism. Then they'll come and show us racism. And it's in the genes. Because even in Europe, after Europe was invaded by Germany, but they were doing the same thing into Africa and the rest of the world. Europe was. They had colonies. Hitler killed their people, invaded their land, took their resources, and colonized them. But Europe was doing the same thing in Africa and other parts of the world, and was still doing it while World War II was going on, trying to fight to stop the same fight what was going on in their land, even though they were doing the same thing in another land while they were fighting. And when the war was over, still tried to hold on to the colonies, still tried to hold on to them, but they had gotten so weak until they couldn't hold on. And I had one white guy that asked me, you talking about the wars that they was fighting in Africa at the time, say, I guess you're going to blame that on whitey too. I said, yeah. Because when the European powers left, now they left physically, but they didn't leave economically. They were still running Africa economically until here recently. And in some parts, they still are. Go figure. How can they do? Let them do that. But they left a power vacuum, and different people was fighting to fill that vacuum. See, they don't think about what's going to happen to Africa when they leave. Like I said, they left physically, but they still controlled it economically. Africa just woke up in the last few years and taking back their stuff. But look how many trillions of dollars they lost. They built Europe. Europe was built with the resources of Africa because Europe was on the decline. Like I said last night, you could tell a nation in decline because they start expanding, trying to take other people's territory, get their natural resources. What is the United States doing? Expanding, want to take other people's territory. Greenland, um, Canada, want their natural resources. Try to get Ukraine to sign over their minimum rights to them for help. Empires in decline does that. Russia, that's what they're doing. Then they're not going to stop you with Ukraine if they win. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, we have to look out for ourselves. We can't take care of anyone else. So other people see that we're not as weak and powerless as they thought we were, as they tried to make us think we are. Because you see, anytime there's problems, who do they come to? Chrysler came to black people to save Chrysler. Ford, when the Mustang, they didn't have any other designs. They came to black people. Black people built Fox. You know when they was putting out those in living color and all on the Fox channel? They know that black people is a large viewing block. They put shows on that would appeal to black people, built up their audience, and we helped build Fox. Now, Tubi, he did the same thing. They put all those crazy black movies on Tubi, get black people to watch. Because Tubi wants to take over the movie part of the internet channels. They want to take it over, and they're on their way to it with the help of black people. And you know who owns Tubi? The same man who owns Fox. He's doing it to us all over again. Chrysler filed for bankruptcy. Was on the verge of bankruptcy again because their cars wasn't appealing to people. They hired black designers, black men. The new redesigned Chrysler 300 that came out around 2004, 2005. Black men designed that car. Black men are designing the Charger, the Challenger, the Hellcat. Black men. See, I say black people, black women would just say black women. But black people saved Christ. Ford, they ran out of designs for the Mustang. Right around new style Mustang that came out around the same time, 2004, 2005, and it been built on that line since. A black woman designed that Mustang. But see, I say black people, but see, I know black women. You always say black woman. I don't do that. Black people help save those auto industries. The reason I say that is to say, if we're on the low end, like everyone say, why come when people get in trouble, they come to us? When they need to be saved, they come to us. I'm not going to stay on this long tonight because I'm not going on my Facebook channel. I want to load this up to that, but I just want to let you know, for someone to say when they come for black people, there's not going to be anyone there for us. There was never anyone there for us, even when you was there. They didn't take you nowhere. When you was in this land doing fine, you wasn't there for us. And they'd already been coming for us. Like I say, they've been coming for you for 5 months. They've been coming for us for over 500 years. They shot us with their best shot. We took everything they got and still came out like a diamond. What you gonna come out like? Screaming like a little biatch, like you doing right now? We didn't do that. We didn't even ask for some help. If some people came and helped us, they did it on their own. We stood like a people stand. Now you know what? You better do the same thing. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of No More Water, Fire Next Time. I'll see you next time. All right? Thank you for tuning in.